Hello, everyone. Uh, Greetings. It's time for other quick character design, I guess. Yay! Well, it's quite late uh, for me to be doing this, but let's just continue on doing whatever. So I plan to reserve some of my time, my free time, in the couple of days, next couple of days to just align everything and plan ahead some of the characters that I want to draw, and I will be also logging some progress that I did back then. It was like one character, right? But overall, I just tried to think about their story, their lore, or how they would relate to the things that I'm doing right now. And welcome, Ice and ETH. Welcome, thank you for being here. It's quite late. I won't be here for much, for many hours, maybe an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. I don't know. Well, so let's recap everything that we've been doing these days. So plans and game design and UI and character stuff's here. All right. So the plan here is that I'm making kind of a video game. It's basically just a project, uh, like a visual novel. I'm still deciding if I should go for Godot or Ram Rampi Ram Ram Python, right? I don't know. Well, it's basically just making the assets, using dialogues, whatever, your story, and just placing them in dialogues. I think Rampai would be better to make like a smaller version, just test things, like the dialogue flow and all the ideas, and I could do like kind of a one shot. But for the things that I want to be doing, like the mini games and things that are more like interactions that would affect the whole game, the whole story, I would need to have stronger, a bit complex, complex uh, engine basically. So right now I was doing some icon and actually menus only, the user interface. So the interface is here, and I was like thinking about how it would also be stylized, especially when the game itself is supposed to be about a parking valet or a parking lot, basically. So you're working. So the main character is working as a parking lot attendant, and you would have your coworkers that are also working there as the what is, what's the actual name of that, of the profession? It's like uh parking attendants, right? It's like there's like another name that I don't really remember, but but anyways, there are like many things that I could add, uh, but I have to make this idea compact enough so I can actually make it. So uh, the purpose here is to make the character portraits, because I will be using that for the fuck it's here, because it's the main stuff that you will be seeing here from the characters. their main illustration. You would also need the UI, which is the this screens here, dialog box and everything, and another like a linear story that you would have like in a normal visual novel. And it could get like really difficult and tiresome to like plan the routes and all of that stuff, all of that good stuff, but I would spend a lot of time doing that. So right now, I'll be designing some of the characters that might appear or might be relevant to the plot. And some of them that I designed here. Oh, so there's like something that I'm pressing here that is like bugging everything out. What the hell? Let me check something. I'm just pressing something here. Is that happening? Hmm. It's not this one. This one. It's kind of breaking everything. What the hell? Hold on. Let's see if that's. The hell? What's that happening to? Let me just them off. I have no idea what is happening here. Kind of sucks. Yep, it's bugged out. I have no idea why. Am I pressing something? I don't think so. Sorry, guys. It's just that it's so bugged here. You can see my my screen here that it's not aligned for some reason. I have no idea why. I have to remove this for a little bit. I hope I'm so okay. Man, I have no idea why that happened. Hold on, let me reset Clip Studio because kind of bugged out everything. Why? I don't have time for this. Stop. I don't have time for this. Anyway, let me talk about uh let's see, I could talk about, yeah, it's basically just a video game concept. I'll be making the assets, and from the assets I'll be making the dialogues. The story, maybe I should make that before everything else. I don't know. Oh no, it's normal. uh, anyways, let me go back here. And I hate when OBS is like, let me resize so you can't really click the buttons here. Amazing. Just amazing. Anyways. Wait, that was cute. What was cute though? Cute? Let me open the game design and character design. Yeah, that was cute. What was cute though? So yeah, I guess some ideas that I had here before. Uh, some things that I developed as like a mini game. Late stream, huh? Well, I'm running out of time and I'm having like technical problems. Yeah, it's quite late for my schedule. Things have been happening in my life, a lot of responsibilities and working a day job. So, yeah, I don't think I have a lot of things to say here. Uh, but welcome, Kingslayer. Hope you're doing well. So now I'm in the process of making this. I made a description here: lesbian, barbecue, vocalist, bunny, hair. Amazing. And the other one that I was like doing here, this one. Oh god, so many, so many layers. What the hell? I was making this one, right? Uh, so this one is supposed to be shy rich volleyball bat. Lesbian barbecue. Yeah, I should try to do that. I was like thinking about like a lesbian that would make barbecue. I was like thinking like kind of a master of barbecue, but it doesn't make sense, right? Because it's a hare. It's kind of a bunny, right? And bunnies are not like carnivores, so it's like how would I adapt that stuff if I wanted to make like a oh, let me oh fuck oh fuck uh so it's supposed to be it's unexpected. I like it. Exactly. Oh, it's not this one. It's supposed to be Lesbian, barbecue, Buddhist, bunny, bunny hair. But um, I think there's like a contradiction here: barbecue and bunny, because bunnies are herbivores. Uh, so I have like, I don't know. It's like I was like checking for like a kind of a bunny that would eat meat, and there's like a specific one that is quite white. And I remember that I was like testing some ideas here, and I really liked making her with like white hair and darker tone like this. But it kind of looks awfully like a kind of a Final Fantasy online uh character, if I remember correctly. And this one kind of looks like a VTuber. Ah, it sucks. What the hell? But it's, you know, I think I prefer the red one. Mm. And it might be interesting to make uh, the red hair to turn red hair turn uh, lighter. Lighter starts and like this, because there's like, the winter coat stuff from like a bunch of different animals. They just change colors and texture of the hair of the uh what is it called, of the fur. So it might be interesting to make it kind of clearer, and maybe more like an orange color. I don't know, but it kind of looks more like a VTuber now. Fuck. It's basically just pipkin people. So I actually prefer the red version like this. And it might be interesting to make it darker. I still have to decide the logo color for her hair, honestly, because it kind of depends on her uh, skin color and the rest of her outfit to make the contrast. Um, but overall, it's like kind of looks like Surtur from Arknights as well. It's not like I have a bias towards that specific character, Levitain from Enfield as well. It's not like I have a bias. Only after I designed her, I realized, oh yeah, my tastes are showing. Fuck. Um, Master barbecue cook. Uh, let's place a placeholder band. because everything is like it's called every name that I'm making for the characters are like self-descriptive. So sister is the sister of brother, which brother is brother of sister, and uncle is more like a not an actual uncle, but it's kind of old enough to be an uncle. And then you have boss, which is the the boss of the place, and you would also have the what is called the cashier. But the cashier is actually the only one that has a proper name or kind of a code name. So, and the cousin is supposed to be cousins of boss. I think the guy very archetype character. Maybe a character flaw for her could be sex addiction. Because bunnies are good at, hmm, she's a lesbian. She's like hitting on everyone then. Hmm. I think there's like in fiction, there is definitely that, what is called presumption that uh, bunnies are horny as hell. Uh, Not really opposed to the idea, but it's like, how would I actually adapt to it? Uh, uh, Without like being sexist or like without being kind of a comic relief type of attribute in the character. Because for the other one, I was like also thinking about first this one, right? Fuck, it's so small. um so it's like she's supposed to be a bat, right? Bat features. um and adapt her echo location, what is called solar stuff from her good hearing as a sense of direction. And there's like other one, right? I don't think I wrote that stuff here. Yeah, I don't think I've. Uh, Maybe this one, right? Still following the path of least resistance, even if not the thing she wants, because you would also uh be using the gust of the wind itself to guide yourself, maybe. And there's like the other thing that I was like we were talking about was like bats are like sucking blood or something like that, and instead we just went for she loves fruit salad because usually bats are more like they like more like fruits and other stuff like this. um and there's another one. I actually don't remember that. Like some of the characteristics here are like related to the nature of bats. So something like that. Honestly, I don't remember. I had so your characters have drip. The drip is supposed to be like jeans, um, jacket, thick hair. boots or sneakers. That's basically it. Every character that I've designed so far was like wearing jeans. That also is a fact of life, you know. I mean, I actually just leave it here. I could do better at outfit design. Oh, you see, I don't have anything to use as as a reference for the drip. I'm just like thinking the most stereotypical lesbian that I could imagine. But even so, I don't think it's that stereotypical. But it's also like kind of a rock girl. So I'm also failing that outfit design stuff. The lead character artist of ZZ drew one of his characters in an alternate outfit. The drip was out of this world. Water coma, uh, I guess water coma, right? From what I've seen, great artist by the way. Well, it's supposed to be water coma, I guess. It's water coma. She also uh, they also drew Suna, right? With like a kind of a uh well dressed Suna, I would describe it. It's actually very nice. Questionable taste, but great art. Yeah, exactly. Some people like it, some people don't like it. Well, I personally don't like don't care much. But I do think it looks really good. I really like the expression in the left drawing. I mean this one. We are talking about my drawings. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Oh, the Suna one. Yeah, it's really cute. Like I really like when they also make the uh, character designing also, you know, mess with the poses and just do like a. It does feel like they're like living their lives. It's kind of a snapshot of their whole outfit, casual outfit. So it's really nice. I meant Water Kuma's drawing, but your house was great. Thank you. Very confident line work and clean sketches for Water Kuma. Yes, I mean, I guess Ice was like talking. I really like the expression in the left drawing. So I thought it was like mine, but it's. I think it's the uh yeah the Water Kuma one. So yeah, let's continue. Band's vocalist. I'm talking about yours, AC. Thank you. Uh, but I'm not really sure if she should be like if she should be smug that way, and I feel like it should be a bit like less um bold. Her eyes, her eyelashes, I guess. Um, and I feel like this one would be a bit more like fitting to her true nature, maybe. So that's also something that I want to be developing. So I was like looking at the hair. Hair. And hares are like bunnies are rounder, and hares are like they have longer limbs in general. They're also not tamed. Um, and some of them also eat meat. Only a few of them, I guess. And bunnies are herbivores, so I'm just thinking about where is it? Her hair farm looks really nice. Which one? This one? Kind of reminds me of like Flannery from Pokemon, but Flannery is like going upwards. Actually, I don't remember. Flannery, yeah, her hair is like upwards, right? A bit toned, and she has like a side hair. But this one feels more like your common uh gacha game, gacha game hair. So it's kind of a default type of hair, but like a kind of a larger entrance, hair entrance, hair vent. There's still like a vent here. Should be a bit like uh wild here. So I think that it will look very strange if I try to draw like this in a side view. So I have to make sure that the portrait, the thing that I use for the final version, kind of shows that uh, her hair is not supposed to be like uh, kind of a jellyfish, because there's this type of hair that is like this, and there's like her type of hair, but like looking at the front, it looks the same, right? Kind of looks like her hair is attached to the back of her hair here. Not really that she has like a ponytail. Hello, just I have no idea how to read that. Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. Oh God, so many people. What the hell? I'm playing Among Us and I keep getting through me. No imposters. Welcome. So lesbian characteristic. I was like thinking about matching her with this character, to be honest. So I'll be doing that. I want to match this red hair with this pure failure. That would be nice, but I'm not really sure how or how it would develop. Uh, she sing at the parking place. That would be an interesting plot point, actually. I was like planning to do on doing that actually, but I have to develop the backstory. I have to develop the things that happens before that, right? But it's one of the activities that usually happens in like a parking lot, like events and uh, skateboarding, right? Uh, I don't know, other things. uh market stuff, marketplace. I don't know. Sometimes they just use that place to do like some events, right? So could be. I think it kind of has the potential to uh for that to be happening, and I would also make that happen. The story, but mm, I also have to develop the other characters, which I'm not really sure if I added here. Only this one. It was only the only the silhouette, and it's just like posing. Like that's crazy, crazy confidence. This one just feels a bit more like reserved, right? She looks sad as well. Hmm. So bands is basically the band that I'll be also making the character design. So she's the vocalist. I'll make like another like three characters for the band. Um, but I also have to define how many characters I want for the antagonists. So Zodiac. Actually, I also had like other one that I don't really remember where I placed it. Not this one. This one. Thick. Uh, it's called. But honestly, kind of looks like a raccoon, right? Hmm. Honestly, I could try to make it like a more like a raccoon. Hmm. Maybe I should change that because I might use the bear archetype for another character. She's seeing it. Oh, actually, no, she looks like a freak in the sheets. That's the quiet ones, trust me. Well, this one I want to pair with her brother. This one. So that would be nice. Me just playing Among Us. That's kind of suspicious. That's kind of suspicious. So yeah, but this one could be, yeah, it could be a raccoon. How's that suspicious? You're playing Among Us. It's logical thing to be suspicious of people that are playing Among Us because they might be imposters. I also have to update then the. She's also supposed to work at the bakery. Raccoon. That's interesting. Raccoon. Oh, it like double C's. Mm. Oh, double C's. Raccoons. Right. Fuck. There's also the. Uh, but she's supposed to be a hare, right? So, uh, I guess I'll just place a hare here instead. I have to change the scope of things here. So she's a hare. But I'm not really sure if hares are also horny. Two. Yes. They're also horny. Interesting. Hmm. Um, I feel like the best thing that I could do here for the sex drive is having a lot of siblings. And provides provides for the younger younger ones. Maybe she has like a turtle friend always munching on a carrot. This feels a bit more stereotypical for like a hare, right? Hmm. No, she hates carrots. Used to run track. Was best in hurdle jumps. I guess she could be quite tall or slim. That would be quite nice. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I have to just think about the ideas and just go for it. Because bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop. She plays Counter Strike. Bunny hops, right? I'm basically just getting your suggestions and flipping them over, flipping them over to not be that stereotypical. Because if I do it, it will look like like a normal rabbit character. So bunny, bunny, bunny hop, speed, demon, amazing. Uh, Sean sister. Current girlfriend. Amazing. What a great ending. I'm just already giving you spoilers. Having a character that goes against the common tropes of their design inspirations is just really interesting, which also fits with the rock team. Exactly. The punk rock. The punk rock team. Hmm. Cause for let me see if I can. Um, I haven't slept and I'm already playing Among Us though. Sorry for saying that, but you have to sleep. Please, go to sleep. You love sleeping. when you get older, when you have when you realize that sleeping is the best thing in your life. I don't know. I just love sleeping. Um, having a character that goes actively, having a character that goes active, goes against the common tropes of their design inspiration is usually interesting, which also fits with the rock team. Mm, mm, oh yeah, I remember now. Something about because it's kind of a recurring theme for everything. Uh, it's kind of a theme. Where is it? Did I did I place it here? Uh, Dreamer, right? Conflict, expectations, loss of potential. Um, last opportunity of life, faction life, grief of destiny. Mm, I think that's kind of thematically correct. Like looking at this one, she's been like she's still following the path of least resistance, which is the which is her doing whatever she wants on whatever they told her to do at uni, because you know their parents are rich. But for this one could be breaking that expectation of being a provider, maybe for her family in a way, but she's still like doing that, uh, doing uh, that role. All right, going to bed now. Bye bye. All right, thank you for being here. So I think she's still doing that role of providing for providing for her family or giving some support uh, to her siblings. So mm, it's not like she's like 100% out of the out of the things that they expected her to do. Uh, but she's also like given like kind of sacrificing some of her experiences or her time, her energy, maybe I don't know, to be like free of those expectations. So that might be an interesting approach because that's also like thematically correct compared to the other character that I was like doing. Interesting to say that because I don't think the other ones here are uh kind of. I'm still not. I guess this one is already decided, but for the other ones are not really that decided. So that find I don't know. Oh my god, of course, when they get imposter, they just know it's me. They just know. Oh my god. I have to write that. But when others, when other, what? When other people are imposters, like they turn a blind side. You're not being like a good imposter, then maybe you just changed your attitude a bit too fast. Um, lesbian barbecue would be a sick band name. That's so funny, man. It's like Japanese breakfast kind of name. As what's the alternative to Japanese breakfast? Lesbian barbecue. Yeah, definitely. Um, it, right. Siblings, living up to it. Kind of. It's not supposed to be like a bad thing at all, but it's more like she has responsibility, right? Like even if she has like the sick attitude and she does like all of those things, doesn't seem like she can just leave their siblings uh, away from socializing or having a decent childhood. I think because I've seen some cases like that, which basically the older brother is like providing for the family and trying to make a pretty nice, comfortable childhood for his little brother, and that's really nice to see. Still like doing uh, their dreams, still following their dreams, uh, with a lot of sacrifices, but still like providing, which is very honorable. So that's quite of a inspiration here. I don't even remember if I have like anything to add here as like a feature that I was like thinking about these days. The only thing that I was like thinking about is the tail, which I think hairs are not that tall, they're that long. Their tails are not that long or prominent like this. So I have to think. They also have like this. I mean, this one still has like a kind of a long, uh, long ear, so it might work, but it might not work that well. I don't really stylize closer to a hair. I see. Mm. So comparing to this one, oh god, this one's so large. Also have to separate the visual stuff from the features. I guess I'll just leave it like this and just fix off stream. Because I don't have the time now. I'm just trying to brainstorm the ideas. Uh, Hello, Down Kramer. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Toscu. Call me Dex. Hello, Dex. Sorry for being late. Well, I'm the one to say that actually. I've been late and not streaming that much, but I have good reasons like being employed. Being employed. I have great reasons to be uh lazy to not stream because I'm employed. Employed. Oh, hello, I have no idea how to read your name, but welcome. I have no idea. I have no idea. I wish they just showed the channel's name, the actual name of the channel, not the handle of the channel. Have we came up with a name for this gremlin yet? Not at all. Oh, she's a lesbian barbecue vocalist. Hair. Um, she has horrible attachment issues and separation anxiety. But honestly, I think I will remodel this to fit into context because it's either that clingy and loves her siblings. When did you start drawing? Around 5 years ago, I guess. Well, drawing like uh, you mean like drawing? I don't know. When the stream started. Oh wait, never mind. Answering your question. Well, I started drawing 5 years ago. Like seriously, like with like focus and purpose, I would say. So has been 5 years. Like I drew as a kid. I like I did some projects as a kid, but it's not like something that it's like um yeah, let me make a fan art that it has like all those effects and it looks good and all of that. I only like 5 years ago I started like learning learning stuff. So and time just flies, you know. Like I was actually thinking about that. Like back then, I spent like more than a week trying to make a sketch that would look like decent for me to paint. And my strategy was to make kind of a bad sketch and then just kind of convert to a proper line art, like doing all of this, and then just painting, and then just painting stuff. So it was kind of uh time consuming, I would say. Not that optimized to the way that I usually draw now. So I spend a lot of time doing uh mediocre drawings with uh not a lot of with a lot of polish, like being like picky with details, but fundamentally wasn't that good. So I spent like more than 2 years doing that. I don't know. I'll just keep it here. But only recently I realized that now I can make pretty good uh sketches, like good enough that it could represent the character with like enough time, like an hour or so. It's not painted, it's not, it's not well polished, but it gets the point across. And I think that that's probably the largest uh improvement that I got over the years. I definitely think that most of the improvements are like getting faster at being mediocre, and sometimes you'll get a jump of technical skills because you learned how to do like a specific technique, or you learned uh, some fundamental stuff. Usually, it's that's like quite rare to get. Demands you a lot of time to do that, to just go and learn stuff. So most of the thing that I've been doing here is like doing it and then seeing if that actually worked, referencing a lot, like checking if I source the references, good references, see if that is like matching in terms of quality, but rarely it's rarely like close to it. So, and when I feel like I need to get a specific technique, I just go look for it. Maybe people just tell you about that, about like a specific thing that you do, that it doesn't look good. That also helps. That has been quite rare now. My internet has been dodgy the past few days. Same, bro. Same. Has been pretty bad for me as well. So, mm, lesbian, barbecue, vocalist, hair. I think that's enough, honestly. I don't think I have a lot of ideas here, but honestly, I should have made a proper sketch. What is it called? What is it? Uh, like a painted version like this, you know? It looks way better for like referencing later. But this one has a lot of character to it. Kind of feels like she's like suffering a little bit or like being like concerned at the same time that she's actually quite active doing that on the front stage. Hmm. I love the train work of character you made. Thank you. I will take that as a compliment. It's like I could I could have made a like a mediocre, not mediocre, but it's like an average bunny character that has the characteristics of a bunny, and it would look the same, just like any other any other original character that has bunny motif. So it still has a lot of things that are like related to speed, to hardiness, to what else? Some stuff's like kind of the opposite. Uh, and I was like also realized, do bunnies scream a lot? So maybe that's why. Now that I realize, you can make like a lot of connections after you just pick pick some stuff from life, kind of a freestyle making characters. But man, barbecue, what the hell? What about that? Uh, so I guess I just ended here for this character. I'll try to make another character for next stream. But before that, before doing that, I guess I have to just take some notes to what I want to be doing next stream, or the characters that I still have to think about. So wait, enemy, uh, answer, uh, uh, but keeping track of this in my mind is not a good idea. uh, gang, gang, um, animals. Um, Delivery boy. Um, Rum master teacher. Uh, oh, bar sage. Um, have her be nothing more than a cover band. Any attempt at trying to make her own music just turns into singing about her problems. But she's so deluded that she doesn't realize they're self-inflicted. Well, I guess there's still like a character that has that kind of self-inflicted behaviors. So, I was actually thinking about having two bands, but like two bands are quite hard to deal with, especially making like that many characters, right? Trying to fit that the story. So uh, I might try to do the cover band for the band that the main character might participate in, because this band is already like concrete, is already like fully formed, uh, and they also release proper songs, I guess, or like kind of being like uh, almost a semi-professional type of stuff. But I was also thinking about making like kind of a second band that is a bit more like cover band stuff, which might work actually. But it's hard because I have to give the context of making the cover band in the first place, and I feel like having the band itself might be only the first band, the band that she's in. Uh, it's way easier right now. But I'll be thinking about that, to be honest. Because the premise of talking or singing or doing something about problems, expressing that, but it's like uh that self-infliction stuff. It's quite of a interesting stuff. Hello, little birdie. Hello, dirt. Wait. Hello, welcome. She's locally famous. She gonna be one of those artsy types that go, you don't understand, bro. My music. Hmm. We definitely have those type of people, right? Those type of bands comes from the soul. Exactly. I don't think they are like that delusional, to be honest. Uh, I think it would be more like I would love to have them to already to be already on that stage that they've overcame that stage of being delusional and actually doing things, and to be like an example for people, right? uh, so I definitely want them to succeed, uh, but it definitely has those elements of kind of delusional dreams that I want to um, adapt. So hello, seven myths. 25, welcome. How are you? kind of tired. I'll be ending stream in like 20 minutes. I don't know. But I've been like thinking about character designs. Actually, just taking notes on the characters that I have to draw. Uh, Tired man. Answers. Uh, I have to look into the wiki that I made. Villain's parents. Surprisingly, fortune teller. I already have her design. I don't know. Play lion, sorry. Killers. So let me explain this then. Clients and regulars are basically the parking lots clients. Band itself is, well, I already drew one of them, but maybe I need three of them. So I'll be placing it here. And it has vocalist, assist, is that right? And drummer. What, what are those quick lines for? I don't remember. I guess it was just related to this stuff, so I don't know. PA agents, leave it here. This one has more people in it. Mom, dad, and sister. Dad, sister, dad, little little sister. I don't know, little sister or older sister. Like I had a reason, like for choosing one of them, like either little sister or older sister, but I don't actually remember now which one I went for in my brain because there's like a reason for it. Uh, fuck. Let's go for both of both of them. Little brother? No. Roommate is fine. Villain is fine. Third is fine. Mogang. Uh, Mogang is not fine. I guess it's this one that will be problem. Workers, delivery boy, um, bakery. Spoon, grandma. Actually, delivery boy supposed to be here. Teacher, that's correct. Sage and friends, that's correct. Hardman, that's correct. Influencers and car guards are also correct. And Redditors. Why? I, I, and it would be too long. That's like the easiest way to remember what I have to do. It's basically Redditors. This one has no uh only design. Hmm. Too many characters. So let me count. Hello, the joking fool. Where have you been, man? I haven't seen you in ages. More like 9 months. But oh, welcome. Welcome back, I guess. I don't really remember your handle name, but it's great to see uh you know uh people come back. Oh, actually I do remember the joking fool. Well, welcome. Well, if you want context, um you can watch my entire first stream, or just, I don't know, YouTube has that option of doing like a summary of the video, stuff like that. I don't really mind, because it's easier to just, instead of watching like 3 hours of stream. I'm the guy that used to ask you to draw hentai. Huh. 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 Oh, that's a great way to remind to remind about you. To remember about what? To remember you. Yeah. Welcome. I don't even remember what was the actual content of the drawing though. I'm just happy I remembered. Probably I talk too much. I mean, you also draw, right? So let me count how many characters I still need to do. So this one has, I have no idea, but I already have two done. Actually, one done. Uh, this has four. This has unknown, but it's confirmed to have at least one of them. This has two. This has three. This has four. Uh, one, one, one. Uh, it has no. This this will be a problem. Hello, both you. Welcome, welcome to the stream. Parking workers. Uh, I'll be like four. Three characters. One. Uh, at least three. One. At least two. At least one. This. So so let me open my calculator because I'm an artist and not really a mathematician. 1 plus 4 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Actually, holy fuck. Holy fuck. Fuck. I'm so fucked. I'm so fucked. 33? What the hell? Good luck with that much character. Thank you. I'll try my best. I'll have to make a like a proper. I have to cut a lot of them to be like just as a dialogue mention, right? Because this one, I'm basically just trying to predict which ones would have some kind of visual. But most of them are not like. Most of them are only like narrative wise and not really like visual wise. Me personally, I love to make new characters and their entire story, but I never draw them again. I do I do draw them again, so I'm kind of new to that. I'm not the type of person to create characters, to be honest. So I'm just going against the grain. For everything actually, everything that I've been doing is like I'm just doing against the grain. So, so yeah, I will be doing that. I'll be creating some characters here, but some of them will be I'll cut some of them. Some of them, I don't think I need uh visuals or anything like that. I just have them. I just need them to be more of a chess piece to the whole story instead of something that you could see and uh gauge the appeal, I guess. So if I make so these ones are the ones that I will be drawing actually. These ones I already have this one, so I don't think I need. Uh, I don't think I need to draw them. This one will be a problem actually. I'll be placing them in a different color actually. Because I think I can remove this one, just do it later. This one I already have her. I actually have everyone here already designed. I have the dorm teacher as well designed. This one has to be the visual ones. This one I'm not really sure. This one is also not really sure. This one I don't need. So this one I already have. I already have version of this. I already have the version of this one too. Probably doing too much, but you can try adding a slideshow of your previous drawing on stream for any newcomers to see. No reason to do this, just a thought that came to mind. Yeah, it would be awesome if I had a VTuber model, right? If I had like a proper uh chat log with like borders, beautiful designed borders, and like a uh properly tracked uh YouTuber VTuber here like this. And then I would have sub count here. And what else? And like little things going on here at the bottom. Uh and like subscribe people here. And like I would have like a what is called super chat pop up here and like a Twitch goal. What else? I don't I don't know. The only reason that I'm not doing this, is that I don't have time, and I don't really care. So, uh, like, I think you've seen enough streams to understand that most of the things that I've been doing here are like bare bones and kind of raw in nature, and that's also on purpose. So, uh, fortunately, I think someone commented that when they see the inactive alt tabbed, that's my VTuber. Damn, I'm an artist, so I can make that for you, but in a way, but I'm way too lazy. Thank you for your offer, but yeah, I don't think I will be doing anything related to VTuber models anytime soon. Especially when I would like go, you know, to a different side of things, and I'm basically just getting too much uh, in my plate already. Your bare bones is very good though. I've joined VTuber streams that were less entertaining because they didn't interact with viewers in any kind of way. I mean, I think it's the personality of those people. Sometimes they have motivations that are like not that pure, and they just want to have uh, the dopamine of playing video games or just talking about their lives instead of being like in a community. Sometimes I don't know. They may they may just focus on trying to make a community out of it, but they don't have that commitment. So you know, you can be you can have a lot of motivations, the good ones, the bad ones, but still uh, not have a lot of content in a way. So you could play video games, you could play, you could talk on stream, but it still not be watchable. Uh, so I'm distracting you again. Don't worry, I have a lot of time. I mean, I don't have a lot of time in a session, but to make the project itself, it kind of requires you to uh, research a lot and live life, experience life. That's exactly the thing that I was like talking about a few streams back, and uh, yeah, I have a lot of time to develop this stuff here. I don't expect this to be ready anytime soon. I'm distracting myself. Well, that's your problem. That's your problem. Well, so I marked here the ones that are supposedly important visually, but I might be able to remove some of them if I make a smaller version. Either the bad outcome or the good outcome. I think the good outcome would be better. I don't know. I have Clip Studio open, but I'm just here watching and drinking root beer. Just move your pen. Just move your pen, man. I will leave you. I will leave you with the root beer and your pen in your hands. At your hands. In your hands. Because now it's time to make the thumbnail. Thumbnail will be this one. Like this. So I just need to wait for like 4 minutes. I don't know. Okay, back to being productive, then you can just tune into a podcast and just hear them talk and just start drawing, man. Whatever you have in mind, just like I do. But I have a plan. Then it's kind of different. I have to do the things in the plan. So I'm not really drawing from whatever bullshit I have. I mean, creating the character is kind of the bullshit job that I'm doing currently. But still following the uh, schedule that I made. Not in like time wise, but it's activity wise. Hmm. Do I have anything to add? Well, I just listed out like a bunch of characters right now, just from the top of my head. I'll try to log them in my planner, so I'll try to keep track of them. Hmm. I think I'm kind of, you know, out of place with uh like screens and things that are mostly related to the game itself. And I think RamPy would be quite a good tool to use, so I don't have to think much about those elements, especially when it's already done. Um, for Godot, it's kind of a complicated thing, but I definitely want to look into it. I have a drawing of a VTuber that I need to finish before the 1st of August. Uh, she's graduating, and I started this drawing 4 months ago. Oh man. I mean, there are like few VTubers that I couldn't draw that they ended up graduating before I could even draw like like a fan art of them. So it's kind of fortunate. They also privated everything. Uh, uh, what is called archive. So it's even sadder. I've been using Godot for a couple of years, and I would definitely suggest it. Yeah, I was looking into what is called um some game dev stuff, and there's like something called Dialogic. That is kind of a plugin for Godot to make visual novels, but I'm not really sure how it works. I know that Rampai is like handling all of that stuff, and it's probably easier to just keep track of saves and dialogues and routes and you know story wise. But I'll try to think about to just gather the options, I guess. But that's something that I don't really need to do right now. And uh, if I wanted if I want to be doing that, I think I would first plan like a smaller version, just so I can make like a short story about the situation. Uh, so I use like only a few characters and make the progression of the story quite linear. I think that's the best case to study Godot or uh, Rampire. I've seen their logic before. It seems good. Yeah, I'll look into them. But I have no idea. I have to look into a lot of videos or just look at the documentation and read them and just look into them. I don't really want to use AI for that stuff, even though I feel like these days AI has been, so well developed that it's capable of one-shotting uh, the structure itself. But I want to just make it bare bones and kind of fail into doing them because I think that's also quite lazy, but the type of lazy that I'm not willing to do or that I don't feel like it's that great. So I'll be doing the hard work of learning Godot. Well, I did that for art. I did that for drawing and for a lot of concepts in uh, my area of that I'm working at. So it has that value of doing things your own way and learning that I don't think using AI is that great unless you want to deliver stuff as fast as you can. But I'm not really concerned about that right now. So yeah, I was like thinking about it. It's like you have a lot of plugins and things that are already like pretty much ready-made templates. Uh, and I don't really want to use them. I think that if I want to be doing that, uh, I should look for a path that has like the worst coded coded engine possible or worst coded like structure scripts possible. I think it has a charm by its own. Uh, what else? So yeah, I've been like at least planning that stuff. Just placing that on, some whatever stuff that tracks activities. Uh, and also writing stuff in uh, Obsidian. Obsidian is quite good to be doing, stories and taking notes. So I'm basically using that to make the relationships between the characters as well. Because there are like a few things that I don't remember, and I have to update them. But at the same time, it's like I'm almost like placing a. I'm basically just making a reference of all the things that the character has, but I'm still not making the story. And I feel like the story itself brings the character to life, and they will do the things that they wish while the story is, ongoing. So at the same time that I feel like I need a reference to all the things that I want to add for the characters, I definitely need to start the actual story from the beginning, so I can see what happens with the characters. And the only way to do it is to start the story, uh, which is kind of intimidating. Hello, welcome. I have no idea what's your name, how to read your name, but welcome. I'm actually almost ending stream. I was like just waiting and just discussing some stuff. But if you wish, you can watch my older streams to get the context of everything. Uh, right now, I'm just planning some stuff for stories, I guess. Currently, just stories and characters. Mm, passions. So yeah, I think I have like a problem of documenting, like making like a lot of references for one character, but also I need to place them all in the story in a specific order. So that's kind of hard. It's okay. I'm a traditional artist. That's nice. I'm not really into traditional media just because I don't have the means to. But I've been like mostly just drawing digital, what? Digital, digital. Let me check something first. Yeah. What device do you use to drawing? I'm basically using a screenless tablet. So it's basically the what's it called uh pen tablet, the one that has no screen on it. So I basically just plug into with USB and I just draw uh kind of detached from my monitor. My hand eye coordination is, all that stuff. So it's not like it's not like traditional at all. It's very different from traditional. So I'm just looking straight while drawing, uh placing my drawing tablet in my lap, on my lap, right? On my lap. Yeah. I mean, I did a lot of modifications since the last stream, the last time I streamed. Uh, Not this time, but the time when I first streamed. But now it feels really comfortable. I can just draw for long times, for a lot of hours without feeling fatigued. But the problem is that I don't have time now. So yeah, guess it's time to. Oh, it is good for practicing digital art. I have laptop pins. Is it good for practicing digital art? If you're on a budget, definitely go for the screenless one. Definitely go for the one that has no screen on it, because the version with screens are quite expensive. But well, if you're already used to the traditional feeling, and you want something that has like a closer feeling, yeah, go for the display ones. I don't think you would regret it. Uh, it's just that if you're looking for the budget option, yeah, just go for the screenless one. If you want to be closer to the traditional feeling, you have to spend more. You have to spend more to get that from for to get the display tablets. So for practicing it, I would say that since your background is already traditional, just go for the display one. Even if it's larger, it's it's more expensive. It's harder uh for maintenance, but uh, you might complain the way that you might need to draw with a screenless tablet, and it might be some device that you will not be using it, right? So I don't think it's worth it to just test it and not really like it. Uh, and if you already think that you wouldn't really uh, get used to the feeling of not looking at your hand anymore, you're looking at the screen, and you have like that detached thing going on, that your pen is like on your screenless tablet, but you're looking right in front of you. You don't have that coordination. So which one is better for digital drawing, iPad or drawing tablet? uh Kind of depends, right? iPads are like a device on their own, you know. They already have like things that you could do other than drawing, so it might be a better choice, but it has no like texture. And even for like drawing tablets, the screen versions are not really um not really that textured, so you will never have the same experience from traditional with like digital media. So it's really hard. For convenience, I would definitely pick iPad if you already have like an Apple device. But I don't need it, so I just go for the screenless ones. But if you're like always at home and you have like a bulky setup to use a drawing tablet, uh, using like as a monitor, that would work. If you have like a desktop PC that is quite beefy and you want to use it, yeah, you probably it's the better choice. And you if you're spending most of your time just uh at home, if you're like moving all the time, yeah, just go for the iPad. As a person that started as traditional before doing digital, the screenless ones isn't bad. Once you get used to it, in some ways, it's better than the ones with screens. Yeah, it kind of depends on you know on the person. Some people just never get used to it, unfortunately. But I never. I was like, I bought the screenless ones, and I just went with it. I don't really draw. I don't really draw traditional. I don't really sketch traditional, so my workflow is way different. It's like way different. Kind of, uh, kind of. No, I can use the same technique, but it doesn't mean that it looks that great. Especially when most of my technique is reliant on uh, trying to get accurate and moving things a lot, which is like kind of a feature of digital stuff. So depends on the software. Thanks for explaining. If you're going for a drawing tablet, I recommend starting with either XP Pen or Huion. Those two are beginner friendly. Exactly. Doing digital for a while now. When I went back to traditional, my lines were all shaky and scribbly. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I can't really explain because I have little time to explain about digital drawing. But I definitely made my experience here way different than the traditional ones, uh, and it's almost unrecognizable. It's not even close to how we would draw on paper. So yeah, I don't have any experience with digital drawings. Yeah, probably like an iPad would be better in general, just because you can use it for consuming media or just taking photos or doing like simple tasks if you need it. So overall, it might be a better experience, but it's quite expensive. I just don't buy it because I don't need it, and it's very expensive. The whole package, you know, the pen itself, the iPad, if you need it, the textured screen, the case itself, uh, maybe just a stand or some type of thing that you could expand uh, the sides so it kind of feels more like a digital display tablet. My tip to you, if you ever start getting into digital drawing, never stop traditional. Exactly. Not lose entirely, but it's degraded. Yeah. I don't have that expectation, so I just draw digital. How much your screenless drawing tablet? How much was that? Let me check. In USD, I think it was like around $100. But it's like a quite of a new model, and the older one that I was using, uh, probably like $64 around that. But they're like quite large, you know. They're not the smaller ones. Uh, it's probably better to get the medium ones instead of the smaller ones because you can get uh, a better ratio with your monitor. Because I use a kind of a 27 inches monitor, and they work pretty well. They pair well together, but you have to get kind of a, a screenless one that kind of matches with your monitor. So there's that. I feel like the larger ones are quite expensive, but they are quite worth it. The smallest ones are are like kind of inexpensive. Uh, and like I've seen some Wacom ones that are quite uh, cheap. They also have Bluetooth, uh, which is nice. But overall, it's kind of too small to make like those gestural sketches, and getting a feeling that you can make better controlled smooth lines. Because the smaller you get, the proportion that you get when you make a line in real life, and what you get in your screen is quite big. The gap is quite big, so the ratio is quite large. So when you get a larger tablet, you, that ratio kind of gets smaller. So if you're if you want to go for a for a digital one, I would definitely recommend you going for a medium tablet, because medium is also not standardized. That's the that's kind of an issue. You know, drawing tablets are kind of ass in terms of technologies and standards and all of that. Hmm. I'll leave you two to lurk and draw again. Don't want to lose my groove as I'm starting to get back into it after months of not drawing. Exactly. I'll be going too because I've been like talking for like 20, 20 minutes. Sure, bro. I'm never going to stop my drawing traditional drawings because I'm drawing traditional since 6 years. That's nice. Yeah, but digital is quite of a it's a different realm. I would describe it as a different realm, as the equivalent of using using like a mm, there's like a difference between looking at a smartphone and looking at a like a big TV screen, right? Or like using a controller to play games or using mouse and keyboard. So it kind of has that same thing going on. You can watch the same stuff on your smartphone and on that big TV screen, and you can also play the same thing with your mouse and your controller, but the experience is quite different. Is Android tablet can be can be drawing digital art? I've seen some that you can actually connect the drawing tablet and it would work, but you have to check for every display for every tablet on the market, because some of them can't. So that's something that I can't really answer. Like 180 Android tablet can be drawing. Oh, you mean like uh those Samsung stuff? Yeah, I think they work pretty well, but I'm not really sure which programs you have for drawing, and the programs that you have are probably subscription models, because I know that Clip Studio is probably a subscription model for Android, which is the program that I'm using right now. On PC and other platforms that are not like mobile, you can actually get them perpetual license. But for Android and for other mobile devices, I think you have to get a subscription so you can draw uh, on uh, on their software. I'm a beginner in digital arts, so can I use the XP Pen screenless tablet for practicing it? Well, if you have a laptop, probably you just have to install the drivers and get a whatever uh, drawing program you have. Krita is quite of a popular one. Clip Studio is probably the best ones these days. You have Paint2Sai as well. Photoshop is the or it was the industry standard, and you could also try to get them. But Krita is the free version, the free software. It's probably the better one for beginners, to be honest. But I went for Clip Studio and Paint2Size, so I can't really say much about Krita. If you decide to get an Android tablet for drawing, I'll let you know that the quality won't be as accurate as with a tablet made for drawing specifically. It will be able to draw, just not as good, and the texture will be different as well. It kind of looks like, kind of feels like, drawing in a like in a glass, like kind of scribbling. Oh, bye bye ice. I have to go too. Let me go. Let me go. Can you suggest a drawing app for laptop and open a screenless drawing tablet? I'm practicing the drawing digital art using it. Um, I mean, search for Krita. Krita. It's probably the free one, the free drawing ones. But uh, the one that I use is Clip Studio Paint. You can also check that in my description, and it's probably the best one so far. But it also has a lot of functions. If you're willing to pay, I'd suggest Clip Studio Perpetual. If you want something free, get used to Krita. Yep, definitely the better one these days. Oh man, it's not that quick, right? I almost at like 3 hours. Well, guess it's time to go now. Well, thank you for watching, everyone. Well, this time has been like just talking and just planning stuff for the next stream. Just developing that stuff. But anyways, maybe next stream will be closer than you think. I don't know. Hopefully I can join earlier. I don't know. But bye everyone. Thank you. Bye bye.